Hello everyone, good morning. Even today, I welcome you to this spiritual breakfast. May God bless you. And I hope yesterday was a blessing and God's hand was with you and you experienced the mighty move of God in your life. And today, let's meditate the Word of God together, the Gospel of Luke, chapter 2, verse 37. And then was a widow until she was 84. She never left the temple but worshipped night and day, fasting and praying. This is the moment in this passage. If you read that from the beginning, this is after Jesus was born. He's been grown, and in the temple, at the temple yard, he was talking to the elders, and they were amazed at his knowledge and wisdom, and the prophets, they prophesied over him about why Jesus has come, what he is going to do. And she was one of the prophetess who prophesied over Jesus. That's why she's been mentioned here in this passage. Though there is a passage that of her prophecy, there is something for us to notice, that it very clearly says, for 84 years she was staying in the temple, or until she was 84 she was staying in the temple. In the time of Jesus, or in the first century, whenever the widow comes, the temple takes care of them. It gives them shelter, it gives them food, so they take care of the widow. Widows are not forgotten, so the temple takes care of the widow. But there is something that we need to notice here. She did not come to the temple to feed herself. She did not come to temple to find a shelter, because it very clearly says she was fasting and praying. Food was not a matter at all for her. But something that bothered her was the time she spends at the presence of God, the time she spends at the temple of God. Let's imagine she was 20 when she got married, and she lived 7 years with her husband, and after the 7 years her husband passed away. Until 84 she was in the temple. For almost 57 years she was at the temple. Why? Not because temple was feeding her, not because she had relatives, or not because she was earning money from the temple, but the only reason she spent all her life, the time she had in the temple, was to worship and to pray unto God. Her only motive was to spend time in the presence of God. My dear brothers and sisters, this is the time for us to examine our life. How much time we are spending in this presence of God? How much time we spend in the temple of God? Are you spending all the life of your we need not to spend all the lifetime in the temple of God, but at least something like we spend in the world, or for the world, we can spend in the presence of God, in the temple. Go to church and spend your time there. This woman, she spent all her life except the time she lived with her husband in the temple of God. Why? To worship and pray unto God. Come to the temple of God whenever you get time, whichever church you are part of. Go to the church and spend time in the presence of God. When you get time, go there. It doesn't matter 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, 20 minutes. Go there and spend time in the presence of God, and you will receive a special blessing from God. God bless you. Hi, I hope this message is very blessing to you, and I glorify God for this. If you are not receiving this message continuously, you can send a text to the WhatsApp number you see on the screen. We will send it to you regularly, and also you can subscribe to our YouTube channel so you can watch all the videos we upload. We will upload a high quality video in the YouTube, and also all our services, church Sunday services, will be going live on the YouTube. So subscribe to our YouTube channel, and also you can follow us on Facebook. May God bless you as you worship and meditate the word of God with us together. God bless you.